Learn more. That's kind of weird. Okay, now they're telling me that. That is strange. Live chat. Here we go. All right, so I'm getting this thing set up here. I don't know. I guess it is live. I wanted to do it the other way around. Welcome to live chat. Let me see if this works. I think it's going to mess it up. Orientation is locked. Okay. Okay, no one's in. Oh, people are in here. I was going to try to switch it around or do something different here. Weird. I have to do it in this orientation. Hey, greetings, everyone. Oh, now people are calling my phone. That's just what I don't need. I got to see. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's working. Now, where's the chat? Because when I did this before, let's see, where's the chat? When I did it before, I was able to see the chat come up. Welcome to live chat. Okay, maybe it will come up on there. Okay, a few people are in here. Welcome. Welcome to my live chat or my live stream. I'm not 100%. I haven't quite got the bugs worked out of this thing yet. I wanted to do it in the other orientation. Okay, there we go. I see the live chat. It's working. It's somewhat working. I'm just going to put this up here. Don't mess it up. Okay, here we go. It's a work in progress here. Let's see if we can do this here. It's a little crooked. Hey, greetings, Chicago. Yeah, hopefully you guys don't have too much snow over there. I'm trying to get, luckily we've been pretty snow-free here in New York. Yeah, it set some stuff up for the background here, but what happened is my phone, I tried to do this the other way around, and then it didn't seem like it was working. So I kind of got skunked, but I got some cool stuff set up here. You see this? Yeah, Route 66. Yeah, there's all the stuff. I just got to move my chair over. Okay, that will work. That'll work. I got a purple bulb, UV bulb here. I got one of those from the dollar store, just like my humidifier thing that I did the fire pit with. Let me move my chair here. We're getting the studio set up. We're getting it set up. There, what do you think of that? It's not quite as professional as Blind Views. We're getting there. Just have to do some special effects and get a voice changer and a few extra cameras going. We'll get there. Here, see if I can tweak this over just a little bit like this. Now I just got to be able to read the comments. That's my problem, because I'm doing this off my phone. Yep, that's how professional I am. I do have a computer. I should really get that out. It's been collecting dust. I have like a notebook computer, and it has a webcam in there. I even have another webcam kicking around I could plug in. I could have 2 camera angles, and then I could flip from one to the other like Blind Views does. Make it real professional. Jets or Giants fan? It's a good question. I've been to Super Bowls where I watched the Giants play. I've also been to MetLife Stadium, though, where I watched the Jets live. Yep. And believe it or not, guess who they had come there? Joe Namath. He was there for a special occasion. It was some kind of anniversary date. I was there in person. I saw Joe walk out on the field, and they talked about anniversary for the Jets, some kind of milestone. I went there as part of one of my friends was in a college where the alumni association actually supplemented the trip. So we got a really good deal. They drove us in on a tour bus, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And that's a hard drive from Long Island because you got to go over bridges. It's urban driving. It's pretty hard. So yeah, we went in there. I got to see Namath. It was a cool game, but I'm going to tell you what, the seats are microscopic. Yup. Hi, Colleen. Good to see you. Kevin Samuels. Okay, I got to check out who that is. Jets fan. Okay, cool. Cool. Kevin, can't wait. I've seen you in my videos a lot of times commenting. Good deal. Good to see you here. Yup. Yeah, when they redid that MetLife Stadium, let me tell you, I don't know. They wanted to get as much money as they could out of the fans. Let me tell you, when you go there, it's an experience. I got like a hot dog to have, and I was like this trying to eat my hot dog. There are people like right next to me. I didn't want to like put it in their face. It's like you're jammed in there like a sardine. I'm like, could they make these seats any tighter? I don't know, guys. That's an experience. Yeah, what I'm going to have today, I have a ginger drink. Okay, this thing is, I haven't tried this yet. What's this called? Ginger drink. That's what it's called. Instant. And it's some kind of I think it's from Thailand. Product of Thailand. Yup. I've not tried it yet. Now, what you're supposed to do is if you have like hot water or boiling water, I just use my coffee cup here, and you put in these crystals. This is a bit of an experiment. I don't know how much I should add. It said 1 packet for the drink. I think that's going to be very strong. These packets look pretty big. I'll show you what they look like. That's one of the packets. And you see it's like a powder in there. We'll see. We'll see what this stuff is. Bit of an experiment. My girlfriend actually got that when I was, I think when I was sick one time, she bought that. And she gave me some of those, the boxes. And tonight, what I was thinking of doing is having coffee, but I don't have decaf. I don't want to be, if I'm drinking it at this hour of the night, I'll be up the whole night if I do that. Yeah, it's fun to go to those games in person. I go to St. John's basketball in Queens, New York. Yup, Carnesecca Arena. They actually play at Madison Square Garden as well. Once in a while, if they have like a bigger game, it goes to the Garden. But unfortunately, when that happens, the price of the tickets go up. Hopefully, let's see, is this audio working? Okay, hopefully it's working because I can't hear any. I cannot even hear this. You know, like normally if you do a video, when you play it back, you can see if it came out okay before you put it on YouTube. You can see, okay, is it working right? I think everything's good. Let's see. Should I have a cocktail? I don't know. That's up to you. What I have here is non-alcoholic, but it's almost like a cocktail because it's this exotic, gingerful flavor drink here. I just hope the ginger doesn't tickle my, you know how sometimes that spice, it can like tickle your throat, and it will actually make you like, if it irritates your throat, it will like make you cough. We'll see. Let's try this stuff. That's pretty good. It does have a kind of a tingle to it though. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah, nice. You need something to drink when you do these streams. or the videos in general, especially in New York. It's so dry, if you have the heat on and you're doing a lot of talking. Mm, this is really good. I'm going to end up drinking the whole thing down. Are cheap cruise lines worth it? Or should you save for a fancier cruise? That's a very good question. Oh, great. Thank you very much. I look crystal clear and very handsome. Thank you. It's a good compliment. I'll take it. I'm glad the camera's working and everything. And the streaming's always a dice roll because it depends how good your internet signal is, where you're broadcasting from. I got a deal with fiber internet. I was saying in my other video, I only pay like $46 a month. This is something brand new. They just installed it maybe 2 months ago, something like that. And believe it or not, wasn't that hard to put in. The cable that they have, it's the same type of thing. The guy came and ran it from the street, and then he ran it right in where the cable used to go, and he put in the modem, a special modem for it. And then supposedly it's supposed to be faster almost than my cable, and I'm paying less money. So it's a win-win if it works. And it wasn't Fios either. It was through my cable company. Okay, the cruise. Yeah, this is a tough question. The cruise lines, if you get a cheaper cruise, sometimes you get a deal on them. If your expectations are not super high, like I've gone on a lot of cruises and I've been on some cheaper ones. There's one from Florida called, well, now it's called Margaritaville at Sea, endorsed by like Jimmy Buffett. And it used to be called Bahama Paradise Cruise. They only have 1 or 2 ships. I think 2 again. I think they might have gotten a second ship. Long story short, it's been like a bargain cruise. It just goes from Port of Palm Beach, Florida, over to Freeport, known as Grand Bahama Island, and then back. And it's like a 2-day cruise, something like that. It's very short, and it's a good cruise. It's a fun cruise to go on, and sometimes you can get them for almost for free if they have like deals going on with it. The way they do it, though, they try to upsell you on a longer vacation. There's a resort on the island, and they're like, why don't you combine the cruise with the resort? You go on the cruise and stay overnight at the resort for a night or two, then come back. So they add on a bunch of stuff. Then they're like, okay, maybe you want liquor on the cruise. Maybe you want to buy the liquor package. Maybe you want to do some excursions. Can we sell you some more stuff? And they keep piling on more stuff. I actually did the cruise once, Bahamas Paradise Cruise, Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. And it was fun. I went with one of my friends, and we didn't buy into any of the upsells. We just stayed on the ship. We walked around Grand Bahama a little bit, Freeport. We had a lot of fun. It wasn't bad, but you got to be open-minded. It might not be quite as good as the name brand cruise lines. It won't be bad, but if you want to experience like a longer cruise, something where you can rely on the cruise line really well. Carnival's very good. I've been sailing on that. I got casino cruises comped. Yeah, I actually still haven't done it. I keep saying I'm going to make a video on how I do that. Let's see what's going on. Everyone is tingling these days. Sarasota, his fingertips. Yeah, he took some kind of an experimental pill that his mysterious eye doctor gave him. He doesn't say exactly what it is. And apparently he warned him that there might be tingling in his feet and his fingers and whatnot. And I don't quite, a lot of the stuff he does medically, he doesn't really explain it. I don't know if he knows what is going on. I really don't know. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yup, Blind Views does the lives on Thursday night, I believe. Oh, there's greetings, David Bunny, DJ David Bunny. You can ask whatever you want. We're talking about, we don't, there's nothing's restricted here. Anything you want to talk about, as long as it doesn't violate any YouTube policies. Because I'm telling you, um, no joke, some news that I just heard, and then I got to remember to get back to about that cruise question to finish that. But I can't believe this. I just found out recently, I think even just today, I think Olive Oil's channel, she had rebooted and started a new channel, Miss Oil. And for those that don't know, Olive Oil she used AI, artificial intelligence, to make some great spoof videos on Sarasota Tim. Yep. But unfortunately, I guess you're not really allowed to do this, because what she did is, it was so realistic. She took Tim's face and she had him singing country music. He was part of a band, but the thing is, Tim was actually speaking this stuff, and he was basically singing bad stuff about himself. And he was an artificially intelligent, created being. So I guess that was crossing the line, but it was very funny stuff. So her channel got banned, and then she came back all of a sudden, just like a week or two ago, as Miss Oil, and she was on a rip roaring start, getting ton of views and spoofing on Tim again with the AI. She didn't have the his exact likeness in the video, or she wasn't doing that stuff, but apparently, I just found out about this seriously within the last like 24 hours. I read something about, or I saw someone else's video, and they said if you had a channel terminated, and I guess that's what Olive Oil's channel, I guess that's what they considered it, a termination, because it had three, I think it was copyright strikes. And I guess she had gotten some of the strikes, or and then she kept doing it or something with the AI, and the first channel got terminated. So apparently, if that happens, and it seems kind of unfair, you're not allowed, if you start up a new YouTube channel, they will shut down your new one as well. That's pretty strict, huh? It's like banned for life. I don't know how long. Maybe there's a certain amount of time they make you not allowed to do channels. I don't know what the details, if anyone knows, put in the chat. Maybe she has to wait a year. I don't know. It seems kind of harsh if they say that's like a lifetime ban. And apparently, if you start the channel up again, they will find out. And I think what happened is Sarasota saw it, and he knows it's the same thing. It's Olive Oil, the AI cartoon, the same lady, and he reported it. That's probably what happened. Because if you use different emails and stuff, how do they know that you're behind it, especially with AI, because you're not even on the actual channel? Yeah, you guys don't know it, but I actually don't exist. This is created by an AI software. It cost me a lot of money. I'm actually a retired lady, and this is just generated by a computer. Let's see. What do we got? I don't know what that means to strikes. Yep. Apparently, once you get 3 of them, you're in deep trouble. Oh, yeah. You had a channel too? Wow, 8 years you had it, and it got shut down. That bites. Yeah, it's too bad, because you make greetings, Tree. I see that. Now I'm Inspector Dan. that bites because it's a lot of, to build the channel up, you know, you got to get subscribers and it takes a while to get it going and stuff. So yeah, you don't want it to have to be taken down. Then if you restart it and you can't even tell them who you are, because then they'll find out. So essentially, if you did that, you'd have to start a whole other channel, and it can't be like the one you did. Yep, fancy AI software. If you pay enough money for the software, apparently you can do amazing stuff. No, I was saying on my video that I did the other day, I was talking about some of the scams almost on YouTube. It's almost like clickbait. And one of them, this takes a cake. I don't know. I'm sure people fall for this all the time. And it's not even like, if you create a video using AI, I'm sure like the people like Olive Oil and whatnot that did that, I'm sure that they were busting on those videos. That probably took them like working overtime for days to make the videos come out right. I'm sure it was a ton of work. I'm sure it's not, they're not just throwing it together. That's a serious assignment. That's a serious work assignment just to get all that to work. Even if you have a studio like Blind Views, the amount of work he must have put into that to set all that up. Then you got to train how to work, because you're not only the host, you're like the systems engineer, you're like the producer, you're the writer. You got to line all this stuff up, and to have different cameras and everything like that, forget it. This is a ton of work. But there are some unscrupulous YouTube scammers or scams, and it's kind of like clickbait. And since I'm a content creator, I get bombarded with a lot of these, and some of them they're almost laughable. One of them said to me, it said, use the latest AI software. Here's the deal. What you're going to do is you're going to make videos using AI software, and it's going to do all the work for you. Yep, you're just going to be pressing a button, and it's going to create award-winning videos. And then you're going to put these videos up on YouTube, and you're going to get paid for them. And then you're going to make a fortune. Just buy my program to find out how to do it, or click on this video to learn about it. Yeah, there's some real doozies out there. Some of the scams. Okay, Kevin Samuels. I got to see that. I got to check that out. Oh, you like my studio? Yeah, I got a few things here. Yep. So I had most of this stuff already because I do like car related things, and I like to collect it anyway. This is like fun stuff. But yeah, I got that skull actually. That was at Walmart on one of my videos. I think I even showed it. Got the skull there. I got everything going. Check out this candle, guys. Yeah, I actually got this candle at the dollar store. Let me tell you. Damn, that's hot. I forgot it burned down in there. No, guys, this thing is an electric candle from the dollar store. It what I did is I actually made this look more realistic. This was a little project. This is hot glue. And what I did is I lit like a match or another candle, and I like put it near the wick, and it's made that smoke effect. Yeah, this candle only cost me, I think they were $1.25. They have a little LED. I just glued it. I pulled out the cheap looking plastic, had like a fake plastic flame at the end here, but it looked ridiculous. It wasn't realistic. This can actually pass. It's like a real burning candle now. You know, a little crafting. Put it in the darker spot so you can see it better. There we go. Let's see what's going on here. Dollar Tree. Yeah, that store's fun. I like that. You go in there, you never know what you're going to find. There's some really good deals. I like that stuff. You can find a lot of cool things there. A matter of fact, one of my other videos I did, which I'm going to continue on to this channel now, on my other Ben's Products one, I was talking about stuff from that Temu, how you pronounce it? How do you say it? Temu, Timu. Who knows? It's a Chinese website, and they sell a lot of stuff on it, but it's very tricky. They use like games, and they try to entice you into buying more and more stuff. It like never ends. You go down a rabbit hole. Once you buy one thing, then they're like, okay, if you buy within a day, we're going to give you a deal where you get this stuff on these pages only. You can buy these items and get a super discount. But then there's all kinds of tricks where they're like, oh, the catch is if you return any of this stuff, you lose all the savings that you had. Yeah, it's real tricky. I'm going to talk more about it. But my point being is, I found out a lot of the stuff they peddle on Temu, if you just go to your local dollar store like Dollar Tree or whatnot, Family Dollar, those kind of stores, you can actually find a lot of the cheaper merchandise like they peddle on those page deals. You can find the same stuff there. And believe it or not, it may be even cheaper right at the store. They have a lot of stuff for $1.25. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of you got to take it for what it is. You're only paying $1.25. It may not be the highest quality stuff. That's the thing. I did find, hopefully it's safe. It said it was made in USA. I did find a deodorant at the dollar store for $1.25. It seems to work okay, but they only give you about, like, they put it in a plastic thing, and it only has about yay much of actual product in it. But if you think about it, though, a lot of this stuff at the regular stores, like a deodorant, may cost, it's pretty expensive stuff now, maybe $8 or $9 sometimes. AliExpress, yeah, I've heard of that. That's where I should have looked for the e-bike, maybe. Oh, you've been using it. Okay, Desert 67, greetings. Yeah, this thing only shows me there's a little section of the chat. It should show more. I forget if it did. I did a live stream when I was on the cruise ship. I used the same phone. It worked pretty well. I was trying to do it the other way around when I started, but I can't seem to get the chat. I'm going to have to break that notebook computer out the next time, see if I can do something like that. Try this ginger tea. Or it's not even a tea, it's some kind of a drink. So I did jot down some notes. I do have notes around here to talk. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's professional, guys. These post-it notes. And I'll try to look at the chat, I'll try to monitor that. It's hard to do everything here. Yeah, there's got to be more adjustments. Cowboy Tim, yeehaw. Yeah, I have some people trying to call my phone too. Luckily, I think it's on silent. I'll just hit. No, I don't even know if the touch screen works while this is going. I'll just leave it. There it goes. It's good though. It didn't ring. It did not ring. I have friends trying to call me all the time. That's my friend that I went to Applebee's with the other night. I didn't put the video up yet. I filmed it though. I filmed it for you guys. Oh yeah, chai tea. That's got a good flavor. I like that stuff. Walmart. Oh no, you didn't like it. It tastes awful. I don't know. Was it just the chai, or was it their brand, the Walmart one? Oh, when you turn the phone, I lost the chat on my computer. It's working now. Okay, good, good. I'm wondering if you saw my phone broadcasting in the other orientation, the horizontal, I guess it's called. Because that's what I wanted to film it in. Because then well, this isn't too bad, but it gives more room for my studio back here. My producer's gonna be upset if I don't get that in there, right? But yeah, I'll try to work on it. Hey, as we do it, we'll perfect it as it goes. Each time we do a live stream, I'll try to try it with the notebook computer, see if that thing works a little better. We'll see which works the best. All right. Yeah, maybe it was working the other way just on this phone, but I jumped the gun. So I didn't see any. This shows some extra stuff around the edge of the screen, right? It's showing my that I'm live. It's showing the people in the room, different things like that. When I had to turn the phone the other way, it was just like I was videoing myself. There were no details of any. I didn't see any data on it. So I was like, I don't know. If I have that going that way, and then I'm reading the comments on the computer, that would be more ideal, probably. We'll see. So, yeah, let's see. Dog sightings. I don't know. I haven't been back to the gym yet. I got to go back there and do some lifts this week. We might run into them. I don't know. Maybe I should go over to LA Fitness. I have one of those by me too. Yeah, apparently you don't even need to join the gym. You can just film video from in front of the gym and pretend you're a member. Because I think that LA Fitness, that costs a lot of money a lot more than Planet Fitness. Yeah. I get a kick out of that. Tim saying about dog, the bounty hunter. Like he would be there. I don't know. And then he said the truck when he went to LA Fitness, he was like, "That's Dog's truck in the parking lot. I'm going to show you." And he's filming the truck. And he's like, "Oh, the whole side is bashed in. That's how tough Dog is. That's how you know it's his truck. Oh, the window's got a big crack. Oh man, that Dog's tough." Yeah, I don't know how he would know that's Dog's truck if he's only seen Dog in the gym. How does he know that's Dog's truck? So, yeah, here's what's going on. You want to know the Sarasota Tim world? Well, apparently, I was just looking at the videos on there. The grifter, he's sick with something. He got some kind of a cold respiratory thing. His last video, he didn't sound good, and he said he was under the weather. And Tim's sick as well. Tim has something going on, some kind of cough, respiratory thing. So yeah, I didn't see any new videos from the grifter today. I looked at I think he put one out a few days ago. I was looking at some of that. And then I did see some of Tim's stuff today. And he's powering through it. He's got that cough. And this is kind of ridiculous. He's blaming the cough on the red tide. The red tide in the Gulf of Mexico, I guess, if he's in Sarasota, Florida. Yeah, that's right. At the beach, in the water, that red tide, somehow the vapors from it or whatever are in the air, and it's making people get sick. That's what he's saying. That's what the story is. We don't know. Thanks, Brando. New York Dan here. You gotta have something like that, right? That's Sarasota Tim's secret too, right? He's like, "This is Sarasota Tim." That's what he does. Squirrel bait, hey, greetings. Ah, good. Doing some video editing. Yup. Good to see you here. Yeah, I put in the community posts. I put a little comment, some pictures with a comment saying I was going to do a live stream on Tuesday, but I just put that up last night, so I didn't really give people, I didn't give them too much of a heads up. Next time I'll have to well, if I do it regularly and I have a time that I do it, then people will know better. But yeah, this is kind of an experiment. It, I'm just doing it with my phone. In the future, I might set my notebook computer up, do a little more This is the level of professional I have. I have these purple light bulb from the dollar store, like blind views, but it's not doing that much of an effect. Couple of signs. I have some ginger tea, ginger drink. So yeah, I tried doing that fire pit video. You guys may have seen it. And yeah, hey, you know what? I'd like to try, Ann, greetings. I'd like to try. Oh, you have to live within a mile of the beach. Okay. Yeah, to have that red tide affect you. Definitely. I would like to try. I thought you were saying do like a live stream from the beach. You imagine that? But I don't know if it works that well over the cellular. This is running over the home internet. That's like fiber internet. And I think you might need to have something like that to actually do these, because you don't want it to freeze up or be in like real low quality. So yeah, I tried doing a little fire pit experiment yesterday. I posted a video, if you guys may have seen it. And I used one of those Dollar Tree little vaporizer humidifiers. We put alcohol in there, some alcohol, but it's rubbing alcohol, not the type you drink. And we fired it up, or I went out there, I did a little Tim style fire pit. But I got to work on that. The fire wasn't that big. It's only like yay high. And it was fun though. Hey, it might work if I get a bigger one of those. We'll keep perfecting it, you know? It's like the guy said on Jaws about the boat. It's just like, if you want that video to go viral, you're going to need a bigger fire. I think so. So, yeah, some of the news, what's going on lately? Well, I'll tell you what, a number of people, they've been doing a little Sarasota commentary. And apparently this week of something, within the last week, there's a lot of them that have just all of a sudden, they say, I'm out. That's it. I'm done. One of them was barium exposure, known as BE. Apparently, he was getting stressed out. Tim was driving him crazy. He's like, I'm out. I'm going to take a break from this. It's not worth it. He wants to focus on building a house and doing some productive stuff. Believe it or not, another guy, I just saw a video thumbnail. This guy only posted a few videos, and he's an Italian guy that moved to Mexico. I think I watched one of his videos, but he had a video today that said he was out. He's done with it. Johnny Vivento. He had moved to Mexico, and he was trying to retire there. So he said he's out. Then, of course, Miss Oil, her channel seems to have disappeared, and she might be out. And like I was saying in the beginning of this live stream, apparently there's some kind of a deal that if your channel gets terminated, and that can happen apparently from the 3 copyright strikes, if it gets terminated, you can't even start a new channel up on YouTube. It's pretty crazy stuff. They will shut down your new channel as well, even if you use a different email and stuff. I guess if somebody says, hey, that's the same person, or they'll track you down. Very strange. So Zachary Michael, he's doing commentary on Sarasota now. It seems like more. He's probably going to keep doing it. He seems to enjoy it. And he's already done like 3 or 4 videos on him. And he actually plays Sarasota's video and he stops it, does commentary, and replays it just like Life and Vibe. So I'm keeping an eye to see if these guys stay, if they're able to do that, and it's not, apparently that's clear then that it's not a copyright issue, then I can do the same thing if I set up my notebook computer to do that. And if I do a live stream, that would be cool to do. That would be a lot of fun. I just don't want to do something that's going to backfire. So we got to make sure of that. If they're fine with it and they keep doing it, then that means we're green lighted to do it. Yeah, Zachary Michael's hilarious. I agree. And Olive Oil was great too. Yup. She had some cool stuff. Yeah, apparently I agree with you. They're getting more strict due to AI. Apparently that stuff is a little bit tricky. I know if you upload anything created with AI, like I did a short video where I have a whole collection because I've been using it to generate like thumbnails. No, I haven't done video with it yet, and I'm not really big on it either. I said I didn't like AI. The next thing, I'm using AI. Go figure, right? So as I generate thumbnails and I keep collecting all these AI created photos, I was able to merge a bunch of them together and make a short video. And the cool thing with the shorts, they allow you to put music on it, real music. Like you can search for almost any kind of music you want to find, and you can put them on the shorts without having a problem. So I actually have done that, but you have to declare that it's what's called altered content. Apparently, you have to put that down or you'll get in trouble. And they may not, I kind of feel like they may not give you as many views if you put that altered content. They may not promote your video as much. Like only the people that are, maybe if they're your subscribers or they really are looking for you, they're the only ones that will actually see it. And I don't want to not put altered content and get in trouble for that. Okay, yeah, YouTube engineers who are working the algorithms. Yup. Options come up. Yup. Yeah, they know exactly what we're watching. Exactly. Yeah, Sarasota, he doesn't, you know what? He doesn't do a live stream, even though that would be a great, that would be great for his channel to do something like that. He's got a lot of community. But I think the whole problem Sarasota has, you know how he moderates his comments so tightly when he has his regular videos. People say that there's only like 16 people that are actually allowed to put comments on his video, some ridiculous thing like that. And they're people that he like knows, and they're only going to say good stuff about him. Yeah, you imagine if he did a live stream, like how many people, I don't know if you can block, you as you're doing it that fast, if you can block all the comments. Forget about it. He'd have to have a whole team of engineers blocking the comments as he was doing the live stream. There'd be like thousands of bad comments coming in. That's probably why you don't see Sarasota ever doing a live stream. Yeah, Darling does a good job with making Sarasota. It's amazing. I don't know how the heck the software involved, I'm sure that's like custom stuff. You can't, the stuff I used was just like free stuff. I did it right on my phone, but I'm sure she has to be pretty smart to figure out how to use that AI to actually generate real stuff like that, to make cartoons that look just like Tim and have things animated and different pictures and stuff. Yeah, who knows? Working for Google, you imagine that? Those guys make a lot of money. They're probably in Silicon Valley, California. They get paid a lot, I'm sure. And the only thing is with that job, I can tell you that I actually know someone from Long Island, and they went all the way out there to work for Google, and they were making like over 100 grand. They got a place out there. They did all this stuff. Everything was going great. But guess what? The job only lasted them like a year and a half, and they got laid off. And then they went back to New York here, and the guy I know that this happened to, he actually went upstate New York, and he's back at school, trying to get more degrees. He already had like a master's or something. Now he's trying to get like a doctorate, a doctoral degree, because he couldn't find what those Google jobs. It's like winning a contest. I don't think he could find jobs like that again. So he's like, I'll go back to school. But yeah, it's very volatile. If you get a job at Google, you should save your money up while you have it coming in like that. Don't blow it, because you just don't know. AI generator, Scrollbait says, and put an image, it will change it. Okay, it's pretty easy, she thinks. Yeah, a lot of those. So I think you have to buy them to actually do the advanced stuff. You got to start buying them. Yeah, those jobs, that's like high tech stuff. I want to get a job at a typewriter company. I feel more comfortable with something like that. It's easy. I know how the keys, you just press them. I know they have a ribbon that you might have to change. Desert 67. I think I can still comment, but you know the old saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Is that over on Tim's you're talking about? He lets you have the privilege of being able to comment on his channel. Yeah, okay, a trial. Yeah, that might be a good way to try it out if they give you a free trial on it. Yeah. I'll have to look into these things sometime. It's cool stuff. I'd like to do it. It's almost like being an artist. You create all these, like you're making cartoons, you know? It's amazing. Back before all this technology, I saw stuff about Walt Disney and how when they create cartoons, they had like sketches on like transparencies, and it's called animation art. And you had to make all these transparencies up to make the cartoons. They like photograph it, then they like change the position, they re-photograph. It's insane that now that you can actually make a cartoon with that stuff. Yup. Hey, greetings. Love the Cape. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, some of those engineers, they're real smart. They're like insanely smart, you know. I don't know how. Yeah, some of them you just don't know how. There's a reason, and not everyone can do that stuff, you know. It's like when you were in school, like some people, like the teacher would, when we were doing like math or whatever, that was like really complex math, not just the regular stuff, and you're doing equations and stuff, the teacher would put it up on the board, and like in one shot there'd be someone in the class that would have it. They'd be like, oh, I know how to do that. Okay, I see that. That's easy. They'd be like instant. Yup. Some people just have a really good mind for that kind of stuff. I'm not one of them. I'm good with math. I'm very good with math. Like I can add numbers up and stuff, but I can't do the complicated stuff. So Okay, we talked about those channels. We'll see if they stay up, Life and Vibe and Zachary's channel. If they stay up and they keep doing commentary where they play Tim's video and they can pause it, then I'm going to break out my computer, my notebook computer, and I'll do that. That would be fun. And even other videos besides Tim's. Yeah, I was saying Tim is almost like the modern day. If you guys ever watched the Rockford Files, you remember that? I just saw it come up on my YouTube or Roku. They were promoting it. That was a fun show. He lived in a trailer, just like Tim, by the ocean in California. And the deal was Rockford didn't want to work, just like Tim. He didn't want to work a regular job. Nope. He wanted to be a private detective. That was his side hustle, so to speak. And his dad was always like giving him advertisements to find a real job. It's like, why don't you do something real? This life isn't cut out for you being a private detective. Yeah, well, people kept coming to the trailer and ransacking it. There was all kinds of crap going on. He couldn't get a break. And then every job he did, he was thinking he was going to get a huge payday every time. He gets screwed out of getting paid for the job. That's why his dad had it. He's like, you got to find another kind of work, Tim. Or Rockford, Jim. Instead of Tim, you had Jim. I think that's what his name was. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, HTML language. Yup. But you know what? That it's even easier than that now with the webs, because the website design, they have programs that will design the whole website for you. It's like graphical. I should do that again. I should make a website. Okay, so the Grifter and Tim are both under the weather with some kind of a cough, some kind of strange thing. Okay, in Tim's video today, this was kind of a joke. I was watching when I had breakfast. He went down to the marina. He's dreaming. He's dreaming. He's looking at these yachts and he's doing commentary on the yachts down at by the marina, right? And he's like, I'm almost falling off my chair laughing. He's talking about these boats. He sees different outboard motors, and he's talking about, oh, if I was buying this, I would go with these Mercury motors. This is the type you want. These are the V6 Mercury motors. They're much better. This is the way to go with the boat if I was getting this boat. Meanwhile, the boat costs like $300,000. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be have to worry about which motors he's got on his boat or his yacht. Yep. And then he even upped the ante. There was a huge yacht parked by this restaurant that he was showing us. And he was talking about the yacht. And he was saying it's a trawler. He was saying it a weird way, too. I forget what he was calling it. But yeah, those kind of boats or yachts, there's ones that plane, they can go very fast and they get up on the plane. The trawler only goes at like 8 knots, maybe 9 knots, and it never goes up on the plane. It's designed to be efficient, and you just go slow with it. And they usually have a lot of room on them. They're good for living on. It's kind of like an RV. But these things cost like over $1 million, the stuff he was looking at. And he was talking about those. It was kind of funny. And the marina restaurant that he went to, he couldn't even go inside the marina restaurant and show us what the food is. He couldn't order anything. Couldn't eat there. Nope. That's why people are saying, just like LA Fitness, that he's probably not even a member. He probably just goes in, he pulls in the parking lot, gets his camera out, and does a video right in front of LA Fitness. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he goes to the marina, he shows us outside of the restaurant and tells us about it. It's called Marina Jack. That's what it's called, Marina Jack Restaurant. I don't think he could afford to eat there. That's the problem. He was getting new shoestrings the other day for a sneaker for free because one of them broke. Well, that pretty much sums up his channel. He's on a shoestring budget. It sums up his life. He's got to watch every penny. And it's only when I think he gets subscriber money in that he can actually buy something. When he got McDonald's breakfast, I think he said a subscriber paid for it through like the Buy Me a Coffee link. That's what seems to be going on. I can't believe he runs it down that low, that close to the edge. Like you go to this marina and you can't even go in there and get something to eat or show. He can't film the inside of the restaurant because he can't afford to go in there and get something to snack on. Can't believe it. But hey, you know what? I got friends in Florida like that. It's very common. Don't ask me why. I mean, there's either down there in Florida, you either have people that are loaded, they're retired, and they have a lot of money, or you have people that are like working down there, and they all seem to be real tight. Some of my friends down there. So, yeah, they run it down to the edge, and then they're in trouble. That I wouldn't want to be in that predicament. And then the Honda, which he never should have even gotten involved buying that damn thing, unless he had some kind, whatever the plan was with Miss T, if he had some kind of commitment from her that she was going to take the car over or do something, that should have all been ironed out ahead of time. Because why in the world would you buy that? Even before the Ford truck, you need a truck to pull the trailer, and that car can't do anything that you need it to do. That's not going to work. And you got to have the truck anyway. I mean, even if he moved into the condos or villages, you don't buy the car ahead of time. You do that. Yeah, you could always move in there first, especially if you're buying it brand new and you're just walking into the dealer. They can get you into that car like the same day practically, especially in Florida. I think you can do that like that. So why buy the car way ahead of time if that was the plan? Yeah, Sarasota Tim has the belief if he talks about money enough, he will he will manifest it. I think that's what's going on. That's what he's doing. I think that's why he does the crushing it for Christ too. A lot of the messages in his sermon, Reverend Tim, they are related. A lot of it is related to, if you put your trust or whatever in God and you do this stuff, you let him take the reins or whatever, you will come into good fortune. It will come to you. And I guess that's Tim's thinking that if I talk about yachts, I hang out down by the marina, the next thing I'll be down here, I'll have a yacht down here. But that's not exactly the way it works. The first thing you got to do is you actually got to do some kind of career or money making thing that you're on the road to like saving up a lot of money. Then you get the yacht. Like Scarface, remember? Who is that? Al Pacino? Is that who played that? He's like, first you get the money, then you'll get the women. Scarface. Yeah, first you get the money, Tim, then you get the yacht. Yeah, he loves rich homes. He Googles. Legend has it that Tim Googles fancy words to incorporate into his videos. That's what the legend has. Promoting RV living permanently. A person is one wreck to a state of inconvenience and homelessness. Bad advice. Yeah, hey, greetings, Axel. Yeah, the thing of it is, yeah, he's trying to sell us that living in the trailer is like a really cool thing. And he's even said, like, to the extent of, if you play your cards right and you follow my advice, you may get to have this life as well, where you can live in this trailer. And yeah, well, it may be fun. It's like camping. I don't know. It might be a little fun, but the thing that Tim's missing is he spent it down way too much. And now if you're living in that trailer and you got to worry about, oh, I can't even afford to have like a bite to eat at a marina restaurant, things like that going on. That's when it gets bad, and he always buys his food from Walmart and he just cooks everything right at the trailer. He doesn't have the money to go to these restaurants. It's a shoestring budget. And a lot of people are saying a lot of the stuff he buys, he uses them for the videos. Like he's bought like expert grills and a lot of the stuff, fire pits, stuff like that. He's bought them before, and then he all of a sudden you see him buying it again. And that's because he films it, uses it for a bit, and then he returns it. That's how tight. He may even be returning those shoes. He gets a new pair of white shoes. As soon as they get any kind of stain on them, back to the store. I bet that RV is one greasy mess. Yeah, I don't know. He was cooking bacon or he was cooking in there this morning, and I saw there was grease all over that stove. Luckily, it's black. You would really see that if it wasn't for the black color of it. It kind of blends in, but that's going to be, he probably has to clean that thing all the time. It's going to be a mess. The next person that buys that trailer, we'll see if he trades it in. He's apparently going to an RV show, a big RV show somewhere by Orlando. And he's been touting about this. I think it's at the end of this week. He's going to go to it. And he's going to meet up with JJ. We'll see. Hey, we'll see if they're still friends. He's going to meet up with JJ. And you know what? The way Tim is, he's so impulsive. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets carried away. He's just going to the RV show to film it and show the new 2025 models. The next thing you know with him, he's going to end up signing something and he's going to be trading in his Flagstaff and getting some kind of brand new trailer. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if that happens. The next thing you know, he'll get instead of the 25-foot, he'll get like a 22-foot trailer or something. He'll be like, this is better for pulling with the truck. Oh, this is going to be the best thing. The best trailer you've ever seen. The floor plan, I couldn't resist. We'll see what happens when he goes there. Yeah, the shoes. I think people think he returns a lot of this stuff. Yep. Him and JJ are sharing a double bed. Probably. Yeah, he's like Tater. Yep, the RV. I've heard of that guy, Tater. Blind Views talks about him. I got to check out more of his videos when I get a chance. Yeah, we'll see though Tim thinks he's so great with negotiating and being like, oh, I got a really good deal on this Accord. Yep, I'm in the car business. I know, I had them wrapped around my pinky. But what happens is these sales guys, they're playing Tim like a fiddle. He goes in there, the Honda dealer, of course they'll be in his videos. They're laughing. They're like, this is great. We sold this guy this brand new car. We financed it. We made even more commission on it. We probably charged him so much money. They made like a huge, what's that called? The dealer markup. Yup. They probably made a lot of money on that. And They're just pretending. Tim's just pretending. He doesn't know what he's talking about with this stuff. He's getting sucked into these things. He thinks he's a salesman. When he goes to these places, he's just the guy that's got to be careful. He needs to have a friend. JJ should like babysit him and make sure he doesn't sign anything or get taken carried away by what the salesmen are saying. He'll sign that dotted line in a second. Be like, we'll do a financing. We'll turn your old trailer. We'll reprocess this loan into that loan. We'll get you out of the old trailer. We'll get you into this new one. You're only going to have to make monthly payments for 7 years. We got a great finance rate. It's like 5%. You're going to be set. And you're going to get that. You know what the best part is? You get that new trailer smell. That's what you want, that new trailer smell. It smells probably like fiberglass, probably like a new boat smell, right? But unfortunately, you know what happens? That new trailer smell, the first time someone uses the bathroom in that thing, you can kiss that new trailer smell goodbye. That's the problem. You probably, living in those trailers, you probably got to have a whole bottle of Febreze. You got to have air fresheners. That's why you see Tim, he's burning a candle a lot of the time. I bet you that's it. Oh, Ziggy and I. Yeah, I've seen his videos. I've seen him on there. He does some cool stuff. He went into the snow country and did some hunting, I believe. He has a blind. He's got some cold weather where he is, that's for sure. What else is going on here? Okay. Yup. Air fan. Oh yeah, Timmy's air fan. Yeah, he has some kind of a blower on his stove too to try to keep his cooking smells out, and then he's got that air conditioning and the furnace that comes on overhead. He was saying that those RV air conditioning systems, the problem with being in like Arizona or Nevada with them, he was saying they can only bring it down like 20 degrees below what it is outside. It's not that powerful enough, or because maybe the RV doesn't have that much insulation. It's a little tricky. So, yeah, you know what? I got a whole bunch of notes, but the thing is, I've got to keep this shorter because my phone, I don't know how much battery I got left in here. It was at like 60% when I started. I have no idea. I don't know if it's just going to black out on me or if it's going to come up with a warning. So yeah, if it ends abruptly, that's what happened, just so you all know. Yeah, by the way, I was saying in my video last night, I put a clip of it. Mars is right by the moon, the red planet. It's real close to the moon. It was last night. That was amazing to look at. It caught my eye, and I Googled it and found out that's what it was. First, I was wondering if it was one of those drones or something. I just happened to catch it when I was outside. Mars. I even have a telescope. I might be able to, if I want to brave the 30-degree weather out there tonight, and it might be windy, I might be able to even take a look at that. I wish I had a camera that would go on to that. That would be real cool to do. Yup. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, Tim, he reminds me, if you guys ever see King of the Hill, Hank Hill, he cooks everything. He does everything with propane. That's what he sells. Propane and propane accessories. Tim is just like Hank Hill now. He's got the propane fire pit. And everything he has, he said he's heating his RV with propane. He's cooking on his griddle with propane, his inside stove. Does everything with propane. And unfortunately for Tim, he got some sticker shock. The propane was cheap, and then all of a sudden it started to surge in price now. We don't exactly know what the deal is. But Tim informed us in his video today that tonight he thinks it's going to be too windy to do his famous fireside chat with the fire pit. That's been the star of his channel, the propane fire pit. Best propane deal at $3.99 a pounder. Yeah, Tim was mentioning like Ace Hardware had propane. Ah, cool. That must have been fun. You had an RV. I'm reading Colleen's comment. C-Star S50 telescope, self-automated with live feed to one's phone or tablet. Cool. I'll have to check into that. C-Star S50. I think I have one called like a Celestron. I even have a kit of like filters for the moon. I haven't even had a chance to try them yet. I got them like a year ago or something. He's too scared to do firesides when the neighbors are out. Maybe they went on a trip and he had been out. Yeah, you know, I was saying in my other video, I think Tim moved to a new trailer park. This is a load of manure that when he went to Nevada, he never went back to wherever he was staying, because when he was back, the whole time in the fall, he never showed us the outside. He was staying somewhere else. This park he's at, I have a feeling it costs a lot of money. That might be why he's so tight. And he's even complaining. He's even saying, if I sell the Accord, then I can leave this all behind and be completely out of here. I think that's what his goal is. He said that he wants to maybe cancel out of that park he's at when he does his trips, and then he could get in at a new park when he gets back. Then he doesn't have to pay while he's in like Nevada. The good part is, get this, because of his eye doctor stuff, he said he's not going to be leaving Florida until maybe the end of March. Guess what, guys? I think I'm going to be doing my Florida trip. I'm going to be able to be down there when Tim is still in Florida. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll see if we can get together. Joke, joke. I'll shoot him an email. We'll take a ride to Sarasota and see what that. Check out like some of the local stuff, the UTC Mall, Nathan Benderson Park, all that stuff. Well, we might see Tim filming if we just go at the right time. Yeah, his neighbors must be wondering. Like, he's talking to himself again out by the fire pit. Yeah, he likes those truck stops. That way you can stay overnight without having to pay for anything. Yeah, he sells that's why he says he's a minimalist. He sells everything fast. The Honda, though, yes, something's going on with that. He can't get rid of it. He has to take a real low price, and he probably has had offers that are just so low that he can't bear to sell it. Oh yeah, Rafaela, she's gonna be his home health care aide basically after he gets that surgery done. I don't even think that he should be getting that surgery. As a friend, Sarasota, I'm telling you, that eye thing is a double-edged sword. Just by them playing with your eye, that's like putting kind of like putting gas on the fire. I don't know if it's such a good idea. And the last one backfired. The problem is Tim needs to take the right supplements. He needs to cut the caffeine out. He can only drink decaf, to be real. He could do so many things to try to help his high pressure. I think he's making it worse by doing all that caffeine all the time. He's got to go on a diet and cut down, and he's got to eat more veggies. This carnivore he's doing, the thing is, he's eating too much meat. He's eating too much, period. That's why He's not getting in shape. Thanks, Colleen. That's nice of you. Dinger, greetings. I've heard of your channel. I think Zachary Michael found your channel when he was doing Tim commentary. Yeah, greetings. So, yeah, let me see what I got here. If there's anything else to wrap this up before. Luckily, my phone's been holding up. Oh yeah, this was comical. He reminds me of Robin Leach. Have you ever seen Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? He's got champagne wishes and caviar dreams. So Tim, when he was at the marina looking at his yachts, he sees a Cadillac. It catches his eye. He's looking over at that, and he filmed it today. And he's like, I always did like Cadillac. It's like, the thing is, they're not quite as reliable as Japanese cars. But I always did like Cadillac. I don't know why I haven't bought one yet. I really can't figure it out. And then he even topped that. The next thing, he sees something that he thinks may be a Rolls Royce. It turned out to be a Bentley. He's itching to get one of those too. He's like, that's a nice car. I like that the hood ornament disappears when you park it. I'm not sure why I haven't bought one of those yet. I like the lines on them. I don't know. That's not what's holding me back. I'm not sure what it is exactly. But soon, guys, soon. I'm going to be, I just got to figure out which color I want to go with. And I just got to figure out which yacht I want to buy. I'll be getting both of those. Yup. Oh, yeah. He says OPB. That's what he likes. Other people's boats. He claims to go out in other people's boats. He said it's better than having your own boat. You just go out on OPB, other people's boats. Yeah, well, apparently he pointed out there's some kind of a boat. It's one of those like tour boats that you pay for, and they give you a little tour around Sarasota there. I think that's the kind of other people's boats that Tim has been out on, basically. So that's what's been going on, guys. Let me tell you, that red algae, that red sea, that's mean stuff. It's going to give you a cough. Good evening. Oh, yeah, that's Dinger. Pretend that he helps pay for the gas. Yeah. He can't. Tim's strapped out. I'm telling you. I am telling you. He's strapped out. So what I'm going to do here, I got a couple, I got the Sarasota Tim drinking game. Okay. Every time Tim says Grit TV, you have to take a shot of tequila. And in the travel version of his game, every time he says Dexter axles or Goodyear endurance tires, you have to take a shot. That's the Sarasota Tim drinking game. So, yeah, basically his videos today, they weren't that much. He filmed around the marina. It was better than going to some of the other boring stuff that he filmed before, where he went. I forget, one of them took the cake, St. Armand's. Oh man, that had to have been the most boring video. He didn't go into any of the shops. He walked down the street and they're rebuilding because of the hurricane. He's literally filming in a store and he's saying, yeah, that was a good store. I hope they reopen soon, a surf store. And he's like filming plywood. He's filming plywood in the store. That was the most boring video. At least it was better to see the marina for sure. So anyway, that's what's basically going on. Oh, he was bragging about Jimmy Dean's sausage. Apparently, he's going to eat some of that at Fred and Raffaella's, or they were cooking it up. And he was talking about Jimmy Dean. And he said that Jimmy Dean sang some kind of a song. Well, I wanted to add in Jimmy Dean was actually in one of the James Bond movies. You guys might know if you're a Bond fan. It was the one where the guy, the Blofeld, was at a casino in Las Vegas, and he was running stuff out of the top of a building. It was called the White House. And there was a guy called Willard White that was supposedly the owner of like half of Vegas. And he had like an empire. Willard White was played by Jimmy Dean. And he had that way of talking. He was like, "This is Jimmy Dean. These are the best sausages you've ever had. This is the right way to start your breakfast." And yeah, they had Jimmy Dean in the Bond film. I think it's Diamonds Are Forever, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure it's Diamonds Are Forever. And now, which Bond would that have been? Is that Sean Connery, perhaps? I'm thinking it's Sean Connery because I think it was pretty. The era that it was filmed in was like the 60s. I think it was before Roger Moore took over. Yeah, a little James Bond trivia. But yeah, Jimmy Dean sausage. They still sell. They have like breakfast stuff from Jimmy Dean. All right, guys. Well, too windy tonight for Tim's fireside chat. Damn fire pit will blow out. He tried cooking on his griddle, and apparently, I don't know why the griddle's not designed better. He said the flames were being blown out. He had to take all the veggies off. It wasn't getting hot enough. And then he brought them in the trailer and had to cook them in a frying pan on the stove in there. I wonder if something's wrong with that griddle. That doesn't make sense. Because the flame, the way it's set up, it should have like a wind blocker if you're doing it for an RV like that. Maybe the pressure is off or something. Anyways, yeah, we'll see what Tim does this week. And hey, during the week, maybe I'll be able to set even more stuff up and use my computer to do like set up a live stream with that as well, where we can actually play some clips and stuff. That might be really cool. So yeah, I thank everyone for joining us tonight. And yeah, we've had a good time here talking about Tim, talking about cruises, different things like that. Yeah, I was saying someone had asked about is a cheap cruise good or should you wait for a more expensive cruise? I'll tell you what my answer is. I would try the cheap cruise and see how it goes. I would give it a shot. See how you like it. And then if you have a good time on it, then you know what you're in for the next time. I think it might work out okay. If you want a lot of bells and whistles, if you have like kids and they want to go on like a lot of big slides and they want like a fancier cruise ship, then you might have to pay more for a fancier cruise, bigger cruise line. But if you're going on the cruise yourself, like I did, you can see my solo video playlist, Solo Carnival Cruise. It's on my channel's playlist. You don't really need all those bells and whistles. The regular cruises, even the cheaper ones, should be pretty good. You can usually find something good to eat. It's about the food too. How good of food do you want? It's kind of a dice roll. The Carnival, believe it or not, that has pretty good food. The one I went on, Venezia, out in New York City, Manhattan. They had pretty good food. I've been on MSC. That's had pretty good food. Norwegian, pretty good. Even the Bahama Paradise, we had some good stuff on there. They cooked barbecue for us one day. They actually had a smoker that they put on the deck, barbecue grill or whatever, and they did a barbecue right on the ship. So it was pretty damn good. Did you see Tim fry the eggs over easy? He just made a mess. What a freaking mess. That's what John just commented. Yeah, Tim thinks he's a chef, but he really doesn't. a lot of the stuff doesn't come out too good. When he made that big burger, that guy Zachary Michael was showing it, and Tim, by the time it looked good while it was cooking, but by the time he got it off the grill, the griddle, and he cooked up some bacon, all that stuff was all burnt up looking. It's not, nah. And the eggs, if you cook them too much, they get that nasty like skin, like a brown or clear thing that's almost like plastic. If you overcook those, then you flip them, forget it. Those, my friend Ken, by the way, I'm gonna meet up with him again. The guy that I go to the diner with, yup. We're going to a different place tomorrow. It's a bagel shop. We're gonna meet for breakfast tomorrow. And I'll do a film from there too. But he hates that. If they cook, even at the diner, if they have any of that clear stuff on the eggs, forget it. That's like plasticky. You eat that and then you're like, ah. I hate to think what Fred and Raffaella, the breakfast Tim, cooked them. They're probably like with their napkin, like, who knows? He thinks he's such a chef. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta cut this stuff up. I put it on my griddle. And then I just let it cook and cook and cook. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I don't know if his cooking, if it looks bad on the camera, I don't think it's gonna be that good when you actually eat it. That's what I think. Yeah, he pokes and pokes. That thing Zachary showed, I put it on my video where he had this hamburger and it had all these holes in it from his finger. He was pouring that sauce in, and he can't even say the name right. It's called Worcestershire sauce. It's English, and Tim's calling it like Worcestershire or something, and forget about it. Yeah, that his griddle, and he keeps scraping all that junk into that whole thing on the griddle. Oh my gosh, this thing, man. I don't know. I think he should do more steam. Get one of those like air fryers or do more steam cooking. Yeah, that griddle's working overtime. That's like he's running like a bar, one of these old bar and grill. Yup, he's making bar food essentially. He and then he wonders why he can't. He's trying to lose weight or whatever. He's got that griddle going 24/7. No wonder why. So anyway, guys, hey, you know what? My phone is probably going to die out. So I am going to cut this one. I can't say I'm cutting it short. This chat's been going on a while, actually. But next time I'll try to give more notice again. I'll try to like do it ahead of time. And I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe we'll do it again like the same bat place, same bat time. Maybe Tuesday at 8. Maybe that's a good idea. We'll do that. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you, letter artist. Yeah, I try to keep it interesting. And yeah, I had fun doing it too. It's fun for me too to do a little Tim talk. Yup. We'll see what goes on this week. I'll be curious to see about that RV show. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when I go to the diner with Ken. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a good night. I'm going to wrap it up right here.